Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Alan. I had this idea of making a little lawnmower trailer out of this bathtub, and so that's what we're fixing to do. The idea came about because I had the bathtub laying around. It's one we changed out several years ago. Just been sitting around waiting for something to do with it. And then I have one of these little small square lawnmower trailers that I had a flat on a while back, and I bought the wrong tire for it. And it took me over a year. Finally, I bought another tire, and I bought the wrong one again. I kept buying the 5/8 order instead of a 3/4. Because this idea kind of came out of that, and I already had 5/8 wire to use with the axle system shot. So I think this is a pretty good idea. I'm sure I ain't the first person that done this. But what I'm doing here, I'm cutting the front side of it off. That's the face side that you would see if it was in the house. I'm cutting that off just to get the weight off of there. There's no reason for it to stay there. And plus, we're going to end up turning that into a feed trough for the pigs. There's not a lot to get off of here. There's a couple little feet on the bottom. I just left those. This is where I'm starting the axle at. I just got it sitting there. I got one little tack on it right now. But just squaring up the best I can, eyeballing with these rounded edges and this rounded bottom. All right, this is where we are. I got the axle put on. I put some little stops there so the wheel didn't go too far. I almost cut my axle too short. I still got a little space in there. Hopefully that'll be enough. But I kind of put some little brackets under there. The bottom of this tub is rounded, so you'll get kind of flat there. And then you got the corners wide open. So I put little brackets in there to help strengthen that over there. And I think that's got it. As far as the axle goes, there's not going to be a ton of weight in this thing. I mean, I am pulling it with a lawnmower. I drilled the ends there so I could put some pins in. And on the neck, I've got this old, the neck of a trailer out of a trailer kit. It's still got that little tag on there. I'm gonna leave it on there just because it seems kind of funny. But I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna cut it in half or somewhere just to reduce weight of it. It's gonna stick out, something like that. But I'm gonna cut some of it off, just weight reduction. And then it's just a little pin that'll fall through the end that connects it to the lawnmower. And I really think that'll be it. As far as anything that I might figure out afterwards, you know. But anyway, we'll get that neck put on, see what we got. All right, I think we're about good to go now. I got that neck welded on under there. And I put a little spacer between there so I can slide the receiver or whatever on the back of the lawnmower in between there. And that was just a bracket for an old trailer jack that was laying around. It was already drilled, so I went with that. My 1/2-inch bit was too dull to get a 1/2-inch hole all the way through there, so I'm just going to use a bolt instead of that pin I normally use. But anyway, I think we're about good to go. I'm fixing to hook it up. And it worked out perfect, because this is the side that I cut off. And if that won't make a perfect feed trough, I don't know what will. I mean, I was going to have to put brackets anyway, and they're already there. I cut those off and tack it to the bottom of the pig pen where they can't move it, because anything you put in there, if they can move it, they're going to move it. Even got a little lip around it. That'll work out perfect. And it'll last forever because that coat on the side of there. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with that. So anyway, we're going to pull it out, see what it does. This is just some old pine wood that I need to get off this porch anyway. Some old chunks of oak that don't want to split. I'm going to throw that in there and haul it to the burn pile. You see that old round machine right there? That's a welding machine. I think it's from the 30s. I just recently got it. A friend of mine gave it to me. I'm going to try to use it, but it's got a dryer plug on it. I got to change that out. There's so much bare wire everywhere that I'm really kind of scared to plug it in. But it's supposed to work. It's not even filling that little bit of wood back there. The trailer really don't weigh much. Those tubs aren't that heavy. And when you go to taking stuff off of it, makes it even lighter. I would say it's probably not any heavier than that little square dumpling that I had. I dumped that out and had this old sweet gum limb that fell the other day. Lay it across it and haul it over there. It's just random stuff. I mean, a lot of what I want the depth of it for is firewood, hauling firewood around. When I got to get back in the woods sometimes on the trails or whatever. It's just going to be handy to have. The thing worked out really well. I can't say that it's worth doing. If you got to buy everything, those wheels are about 40 a piece. You'll need some 5/8 round. But I mean, other than that, I am going to cut those front corners. Get those out of the way. They never did bump, but I mean, if I get in a tight enough spot, they will. So I'm going to round those out. But other than that, it did real good. That part on the neck that I did with the hole, I'm going to change it again. But that's pretty much it. I guess that'll do it on this one. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.